see. Hello, it's Amy from amyparkerart.com and founder of Creative Warriors Membership, where I teach you how to make money with your art. I am super excited that you are here today with me because I am with my friend Tracy, woo, woo, and she is going to totally inspire you today or tonight, whenever you're watching this video. So Tracy, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do?
Absolutely. So hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Amy, for inviting me here. I'm so excited to be part of this. I've been following you for such a long time. So it's just been wonderful. And I love, our collaborations. So this is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, same. You're welcome.
So I am Tracy Abbey from the Cat's Whiskers Mobile Art Studio, and I'm in Lodi, California, wine country, and in a little town.
Must be nice.
Yeah. A little town called Woodbridge, and we're like a little dot in the whole big wine industry, but we are the new Napa. So we have a lot of tourists starting to come in here and everything. And so I do in-person paint parties where I have them at events in local wineries and restaurants and so on. And then I also do an online paint parties, and I have a membership online in which I bring a little woohoo and magic to the everyday world and connect the spirituality to art. So
awesome.
That's me. And then a couple of little things like my date night in a box, which we'll talk more about. So I have a couple of little things in the works as I'm expanding and growing my business. So.
Right. And I know that we were talking earlier, and you said you've got some amazing things that have happened recently with your business, and where I love to inspire my audience with, creative possibilities, whether it's actually creating art or what could be possible with their businesses. So with my membership, I teach them, how to market their paintings, how to do, online things like auctions, shows, parties, whether they sell one-offs or they teach, how to paint. But I was really intrigued by what you had mentioned earlier when we were talking today, because it's a really different way for someone to reach out. And I'm so proud, Tracy, that you did that, because amazing, magical things are happening. So I was wondering if you could just elaborate on a little bit about that, on this amazing thing that you told me earlier.
Absolutely. So I had just been pushed in a direction to expand, because I want to move my business more online. I have little kids and I have a little 2-acre hobby farm, and my life is hectic and busy. So I'm always looking for ways that I can market myself online and sell online and work online. It's easier for me that way than all the in-person stuff and lugging tons of stuff. I have a tiny little car. I don't even have an SUV. So it's a mission. So yeah, I'm all about online. So I had this brain spark, as I do, idea, because I'm full of ideas always.
Yeah.
And I thought,
I think that's an entrepreneur thing. I'm totally all full of ideas as well.
Yeah. And then implementing them is like oh shoot, now what?
Right.
So I had come up with this concept, and I'd done all sorts of marketing stuff on it. And this concept's been rolling around in my head. I mean, it had popped up about 6 months ago and disappeared. And then it'd come back up again a couple of weeks ago, and I was just nurturing it a little bit more this time, and did some graphics and some copy and whatever. And so what it was is I wanted to expand into membership boxes, but I didn't want to do this whole monthly membership box thing because I was too scared that I wouldn't come up with all these ideas every single month. So I thought, let me try this as a one-off and test the waters and see what my audience likes. So I decided I'm going to do a date night in a box, a paint party for two kind of thing. So I thought, this is catchy and this is fun. And I really started to get my entrepreneurial and my ADHD juices going, and the artistic side. So I came up with my designs, did the whole background work, and then I froze. I was like, okay, I've got all this stuff, and I put it online the one time, because you know what we do? We think, just because we put it on once, we should have all these sales. No, it's got to go a lot. So I did the whole put it online once, and there was crickets. And I was like, nobody likes my idea. And then, I don't know, I was sitting at home, the kids were home for spring break, and so was hubby. And I was like, they're driving me insane. And they were watching movies and louds. I couldn't go live and do that. So I thought, I've got to have different ways that I can try and get this out there. And I thought, well, why am I doing all the work? Hang on here. I've been hearing about influencers and online marketers and all this stuff. And I thought, I'm fun, but I'm not fun and whatever. I was like, I'm going to go find someone who's really fun online.
Tracy, you are fun. I love watching you. You're amazing.
And I always feel like I'm like not as fun as I should be. So thank you. I appreciate that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to find somebody who I wish I was and who has a great audience, and I'm going to make them do the work for me. So I was like, this is nifty, So I did. I thought, well, I'll search date nights, date night ideas. So I did that, and I got a whole bunch of ideas, and of course the juices were going still. But the remarkable, crazy thing that Amy's talking about that happened is I got caught in the scroll, how we do. So I went onto Instagram and onto TikTok, and I thought, I'm just going to type date night in, and I'm going to see what pops up. And all of a sudden I found these different creators who specialize in date nights and date night ideas and date night stuff. And I was like, oh, yes. And so
I'm actually interested in that for Tim and I. That would be so fun.
Exactly. And so I was thinking, well, I don't know whether it was the wine or whether it was the air or what, but I'd been doing gardening all day, and, and then I'd had a couple glasses of wine with my boyfriend, and I messaged this one couple that, just had this huge following and seemed so fun. Like all their TikToks and all their Instagrams were like the energy that I wanted. And so I thought, and I just got brave and I did it. And I messaged, and it was from the heart, just so short and sweet. It was like, hey, I have this date night box. Here's a picture of it. I think that it would be great. I think you would really enjoy it. Your audience would really enjoy it. Would you, if I send you my box, do an unboxing on your page for me and review it and, show your audience? And they did. They said yes. So yay. And then not only that, but they came back to me and they said, you know what? We've been inspired because we've been watching your stuff and we've been watching a couple other people's stuff, and we're planning on doing a date night event. Would you sponsor a box as a giveaway prize for our date night event? And then we will market you on our Facebook and on our Instagram and on our TikTok, and we will market you to our audience. And they have like a 60-something thousand following on Instagram, super active. I mean, that's what you want to really look for when you're going to do a collaboration is, not just that they have this huge following, because, is it their audience? We can have 1 million followers, but if they're not buying from you or they're not interacting with you, then they're not your people, really. They're just a number.
Right.
So I was really excited that they had, so many hundreds of likes, and always there was backwards and forwards communication. They would reply to all of the messages that they got, and they were getting like hundreds of messages on each of their little fun, little posts that they were doing. And so now we're
and that's hard to do.
Together. Yeah, it is hard to do. I know I try really hard to try and get that engagement, and I'm constantly looking at ways to get engagement. But man, it's like, it was great. And then all of a sudden, so yesterday they went on and they did this fancy little funny meme, and they put up my business name, and overnight, this is what the thing that got me so excited. So overnight, this is my little fun board that gets me excited. I went from like 500 followers to 784 followers on my Cat's Whiskers business page. And most of those are in the US. And then the nice thing about it too is I'd been running some ads, and so because of all the interaction that happened, it actually boosted the ads to show to more people in my local area, because my ad that happened to be running at the time. So here's a marketing trick. Get somebody to post and promote for you, and make sure that you're running an ad for your local area if you're wanting local stuff. I wanted local pickup for my art kits because I was a little nervous about the shipping stuff, since this is brand new enterprise to me. I was like, oh gosh, what am I getting myself into? So I was marketing locally, pick up your art kit for your kids or pick up your date night box. And I'm trying to find a store locally that will maybe donate a coupon for an ice cream or something like that to put into the box and just help promote them as well. So I was like trying to think local. So that's what the ad was about. So yeah, overnight. And I'm sure that number is up again because that's what I checked at like 8 o'clock this morning. So yeah.
That's awesome, Tracy. I am so excited for you. I'm so happy for you. And I just want to go over a couple of things that Tracy had said about her story that she let you in on here. First of all, you can do in-person things and you can do online things. I teach most of my membership how to market online, but you can gel the both together. If you're doing an in-person show, you can always gather folks to follow you online that way, which I did recently in Key West, which I told you about on my page. Now, Tracy was talking about how she has little kids at home. She's got a very busy schedule, and I know Tracy, so I know she does. So she is proving the point that if you want to work online as an artist, you most certainly can, right? You can find those little bits and chunks of time here or there. But Tracy also mentioned that she wanted to pivot in some way because it's hard for her to go live because she's got all this commotion going on at her house. So that's why she started to think of a different way to do this. Now, if you reached out to somebody, the chances of you getting a yes right off usually isn't that good. Like Tracy got super lucky with that, but she's been bringing that energy to herself. She's been thinking about it. Wasn't the first time that she thought about it, but it's the first time that she actually reached out. And I know, Tracy, you mentioned you had a couple of glasses of wine, which probably would have helped. But is there anything else inside of you that just like, what was your thought process? Because I know like a lot of my members, and I do get messages every once in a while, like, I want to try this, but I'm scared. I want to do this, but I don't know if they'll like my stuff. I don't know. So if somebody is like feeling like that, does anything come to your mind or why you were just like, okay, I'm just going to go for it and reach out and take some action?
Absolutely. So I'm a very spiritually connected person, metaphysically spiritually connected person. So I read a lot of those type of books, and Mel Brooks, I think it is. For the life of me, I think it is Tony Robinson's wife, isn't it? Or somehow they related. I don't know. There's something. I think it's her. Somehow there's something, or he was promoting her book or something.
Okay.
This is ADHD.
I love Tony Robbins. I should know that. I guess I'll have to look it up.
So this lady teaches it's a 3, 2, 1, go. And so I do it all the time, especially when I have to call my ex-husband. So you just
Tracy, she has blonde hair, right? This now the one you're talking about.
I think so. I
think it was a TED Talk or something.
Something like that. Yeah. And so I'll put like the number in the phone of the person I want to dial. Like I was super nervous about another thing that I had told you about earlier, where I wanted my stuff in a particular store in town that had just been rated as the #1 decor store. And I wanted my farmhouse paintings to be in their farmhouse store. And I wanted to sell my paintings there. And I knew they would be perfect. And I was so intimidated by these people that, and I got a yes because I put their number in and I was like, I just went 3, 2, 1, dial, and they answered, So what do you do? I mean, now you're on the phone. It's like, hi, this is Tracy.
Right. Can't back out now.
And I do always I take oh goodness, where are they? Yeah. So I'll have the little cards, or I'll write myself a little note, or I'll write myself a little sticky, artist.
Yeah.
And I will maybe put a few words or phrases or something on there to make sure, because once I get on the phone again, my nerves will kick in.
Right.
And
a couple bullet points so you can get through your conversation.
So then I can at least say. And so I got on the phone with that particular person, and I was like, "Hi, this is Tracy." And she goes, "Excuse me, what?" And I was like, "This is Tracy Abbey. I'm a local paint party artist. I'm a local load art artist, and I have farmhouse art that will look amazing in your store." And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, can I put it in your store? And she was like, yeah, I mean, I get, well, you'll have to send me some information. I said, well, can I have your email address? And, I'd put these bullet points, like ask for the email address,
Right.
ask if you can send her an email. So I like looked down and then I started, and then it's got more professional after that. But, honestly, if you're talking from your heart and you are genuine, like people pick that up. They pick up your genuine energy.
Yeah.
And if you've got something to say and you've got something to show and something to sell, that really, just put it out there.
Yeah.
Really, just
Yeah.
put it out there.
Yeah.
Make the call, push the
Yes.
button, put it out there, because the world needs your magic, and the people who speak your same language, who want what you have to offer, they will find you if you're putting yourself out there. They really will.
Right. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my
3, 2,
gosh,
1.
Tracy. I'm so excited that we got to chat. I do have to wrap it up soon because I actually have to jump in my membership. I have a Q&A pretty soon. And I know that you're busy as well, but this was just wonderful. Do you happen, before we go, do you happen to, I know you have a couple pieces behind you. Do you have like a piece or two of your artwork that you can hold up to the camera so we can see some of your pieces?
Yeah,
I know my audience would love to see. Oh, that's nice. Love it.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. Salts. Good over here. This is what I do a lot of. Oops, I'm not killing my whole studio here. But this is one of my favorite pieces.
Oh wow.
So I paint a lot of
flowers on the bottom, like the purple. Oh, pretty. I love it.
Those are like moon flowers.
Very
and
magical.
I do a lot of manifesting magical arts. So what we did with this is we put manifesting words of things we wanted to draw into our life. And there was a blood full moon. It was several months ago. And so in my membership, that's what we did. And we did a whole meditation. We wrote what we wanted in our life. We did the moon and the moon flowers. And we drew that in. And then a couple of exercises we did was to go back and see what we had actually brought in that we had asked for.
Oh, and what a great concept. And something
it was
awesome
great.
to do with them.
So
wonderful.
I like to
once again.
Ritual.
Once again, why don't you tell everyone where they can, what your business name is and where they can find you?
So again, I am Tracy Abbey from the Cat's Whiskers Mobile Art Studio. And you can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest under either Ask Tracy Abbey or the Cat's Whiskers Art Studio. And I do have a bit.ly link. So it's bit.ly, if you know the bit.ly / Ask Tracy Abbey, AskTracyAbbey. So, awesome. And that will get you to all of those. So that's the best link to follow. My website is also thecatswhiskersartstudio.com. So
wonderful.
Yeah, I'm on there making my magic.
Nice. I hope that you all have enjoyed this time with Tracy as much as I did. Once again, I'm Amy from amyparkerart.com. My membership, where I teach you how to make money with your art, how to market your paintings online organically, may or may not be open depending on when you see this video. There should be a link in or around here. But if you have a question for Tracy or myself, you most certainly can just put it in and one of us will come back and we'll get back to you. So thank you so much for watching, and say bye to Tracy. Tracy, I hope you
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tracy. It was great to hang out with you. I'm sure we'll do it again sometime.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody.